Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Casual Anime Discussion. My name's Trent,
Along with Garrett.
and today we're going to be talking about Code Geass, Lelouch of the Surrection. So before we talk about this movie, please be sure to pause the video, go watch the movie, come back, watch the video. You got through all that already. Welcome back. So, Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection. It's basically in the title. Lelouch is resurrected, and there's some more bad guys, and we have to stop them. Basically,
Trent,
this was
this is your pick, so what do you think of it?
okay. Thank you for interrupting me. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
know, but you're... Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, this is my pick. Obviously, we did a Code Geass review already, and I love Code Geass. When we did our review, I think we both liked it. I probably liked it more than you did, but I really love Code Geass. It's one of my favorite anime. I don't know why. It just has a pull over me. And I remember when this movie first came out, I think this came out in 2019, I think, or maybe it was 2020. I forget. It was like early 2019 or 2020. I wanted to watch it so bad, and I realized Funimation didn't have it. Months after, and I tried to look up, like I tried to find it, anywhere to watch it, like YouTube and everything like that, and I could not find it. But eventually, we finally found out that you could rent it for like $4 on Amazon. So I was like, holy shit, we have to watch that now because I love Code Geass, and I love this movie. Like the show, this movie has some problems. I am willing to admit that, but the fact is that we have our characters back, at least most of them, and the story maybe sometimes doesn't make sense. They sometimes rush things, but I liked this movie. I really did, and I just, more Code Geass, specifically of these characters. I mean, I'm gonna probably love it because I love most of the characters from Code Geass. But yeah. Anyway, what do you think about it, Garrett?
I think it was a pretty good movie for an anime movie. I think it didn't need to be 2 hours, probably. I think there's some fat in there that could have trimmed a little bit, but overall, pretty cool premises. Some cool new Geass powers, I would say. I didn't really get the dynamics between the brother and sister. I don't know if they were kind of like incestuous. I don't know what they got Babs together. I guess that's just
Well,
one
he's
thing. Bab.
basically blind, so I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. What was his backstory? Why is he like that?
Well, they never got into it.
Yeah, they didn't care, but it was pretty cool to see the cast come back a year after. I think that's a kind of cool time setting. Is this considered canon? I guess.
So this is in the canon of the recap film trilogy, which changed a few things. Definitely changed one thing that I had questions about, but it changed a few things in that recap film trilogy, which I don't know if it's available dubbed or not. I looked, I didn't see it on Amazon, but maybe it is. I don't know, maybe I missed it. But this is basically in that timeline, but it's like 95% the same as the show, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Yeah, and I guess I don't know. It still had some problems with the robot fights. I think they're kind of just like it's more of the same. It was kind of cool to see the big ones, but I don't know. Still a little bit
Repetitive.
Yes, I don't know what word that was.
Something interesting is that I was looking up more information on this movie because, they skip over some things, so I wanted to look up like what the recap film trilogy did differently. And this isn't anything different from the show, but like
That is interesting.
this is a question that you had from when we did. I don't know. It was some random casual anime discussion that we were doing, and you just brought up Code Geass randomly and be like, "Isn't that crazy that Britannia is America?" Like you just randomly, just like in a video, were just like that. And I looked up the point of divergence. So the point of the divergence for that world of Code Geass appears to be that King Henry VIII of England had a male heir who became King Henry IX. Then later, England, led by Queen Elizabeth III, was defeated by Napoleon at the Battle of Trafalgar. Then the Queen fled to Britain's American colonies, where the Britannian Empire was established. So I thought that was interesting.
Ah,
Pretty cool backstory. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about the characters.
that
What's that?
I was pretty interested. Because I saw it on a map and inside the show, and I was like, that's kind of weird how they had that laid out. But
Yeah, like the Dallas Research Center was in Dallas. That's pretty cool. And Pendragon was the capital. That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about the characters. So all of our characters come back. I have some worst parts and improvements I'll get to, but for the most part, I love seeing all the characters again, like all the characters that we knew from the show. One character I was not expecting to see in this. But we'll talk about. There's really only two new characters we have to focus on, which is the brother and sister. Which again, like, I thought the sister's Code Geass power was cool. How it was gold and she can go back in time 6 hours. So that was pretty cool. I did, yeah. Again with the brother, like I kind of wish we got. I don't know if it's implied that like her brother has sacrificed his body for her. I guess I don't know if that's implied or not. They have some sort of weird connection because at the end of the movie, and I had no idea like until 10 minutes after, but they both died at the same time, right? Like a brother got blown up in the one machine, and then all of a sudden she was in the other world, but she like disappeared too. I don't know. It was very confusing. But yeah, I thought they were fine. I mean, they weren't like they're probably as good as like most anime movie villains, I guess. Like I like the reasoning behind why they're doing this is because their country like this is a year after Code Geass, so like the world's at peace, and the thing is a world at peace is bad for a country that has mercenary soldiers, right? So that's the reason why she wants her country to be like powerful again, because like, oh, peace is fucking us over, you know. So I thought that was interesting. But
yeah, I think she's actually a pretty cool villain. Like, I think the whole premise, like, she's actually a better villain than most times. And a lot of these movie villains are just like, oh, I'm here, I'm a bad guy, fight me.
yeah,
Like Turlet.
Turles, yeah. Anyway, yeah, and then again, like just also one thing I noticed was this movie must have came out like many years after the original series because Lelouch's voice is different. It's deeper. It's the same guy playing him, but it's deeper. And that's why I realized that's why I didn't recognize his voice the first time we were watching High Rise Invasion, because he's the bad guy in that. I was like, yeah, he sounds like Lelouch, but it's not right. It's too deep. It's like, oh, that is him. It's just his voice, because he sounds exactly the same here as he does in High Rise Invasion. I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't recognize him. He just got older. Okay, which is kind of weird, but like, you know, it's whatever. I don't mind. His voice is different.
Yeah, he just died and came back to life.
Yeah, what? It screwed with his vocal cords.
Yeah,
He got stabbed in the throat. In the lungs. All right. Favorite scene. So I actually thought it was kind of cool that there was some hand fighting in this movie, right? Like with Colin and the maid ninja chick. I thought that was kind of cool seeing some hand fighting in this movie a little bit. We don't really get that in the Code Geass series.
hand fighting.
Yeah, fighting without the mechas. What do you think I was talking about?
Oh, that's just a funny word.
Like hand-to-hand combat. Is that what you like? I don't know why that's funny. Get your mind out of the gutter, Garrett. Jeez.
No, I just going like hand fighting.
Yeah, like my another favorite part that I had was Lelouch's return, where he basically did the same thing he did in season 2, episode 1, where like he gets his memory back and he's just like he tells those guards to like kill themselves, and they all just like, yes sir, and it just like he pulls that thing and blows himself up. I thought that was pretty cool. And then
he was a pretty cool villain. How he had that slider thing. So I'm surprised they didn't keep him around for longer.
Yeah, he would have been cool. And then I thought I liked Suzaku and Lelouch talking again. I think specifically the scene where Suzaku sees him again for the first time, and he's just like, "Oh, you!" Like he just like punches him and stuff. It's cool seeing those two characters be friendly for once. Although, like, yeah, I'll get to that later. But anyway,
It was cool seeing Colin, Suzaku friendly too.
yeah, I know that's what I like is the characters hanging. Like they said, like they had like a reunion or something kind of like during that year, and I was like that. I would have loved to see in that episode. That would have been so cool. Anyway, I like the I like all of the meetups again. Like Colin seeing Lelouch again, I thought was pretty cool. I love that scene. How she's just like, wow, like why'd you let him like this. Like, he's not even like a person or anything. He's like a husk. I wrote down here more Code Geass, obviously. I mean, anyway, like that. And then new Geass, yeah, I said I like that already. But anything else that you like that I haven't mentioned yet?
I like the warden of the prison. I think he had a very cool personality. They didn't delve into it too much, but then he had like a scorpion-like mecha. So that was kind of different. Well, so that's all. You
All
pretty much
right.
covered everything.
Worst parts, improvements. This kind of a little bit. Number one is that as an improvement, I really feel like they should have just made a season 3. I really do. Now, that probably wouldn't. Maybe people wouldn't have liked it because like, oh, well, season 2 is the best ending of an anime. Like, that's widely known, like acknowledged. Like, Code Geass has one of the best anime finales. But I'm just like, the thing is though, is they cram a lot and also too little in this 2-hour margin. Because like, there are some scenes I feel like should have happened. Like Lelouch and Nunnally seeing each other again for like the first time. That's only like 5 seconds in this movie. She just sees him, and then all of a sudden they're just like running away from shadows, and then boom, they're in the real world, and then he leaves. It's just like, what the fuck? Like you're not. Like, I felt like I was waiting for the scene between those two seeing each other again. It would have been really cool and stuff like that. Cause like, anyway, yeah, I feel like I really would have liked the season 3. I feel like this story justified kind of like the overall story justified a season 3. It's just like they decided not to do it for some reason. They decided to have a movie, I guess. The finale again, like it felt rushed. Like Lelouch doesn't say goodbye to Colin or Suzaku when he leaves on his caravan journey, whatever the fuck. He's probably heading to the United States or Britannia, border wall, I guess. I don't know. Joe Biden won't let you see what's going on there. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, the finale felt really rushed. I mean, really rushed, and I did not like that a bit because I was just like, I was waiting for some tearful goodbyes and stuff like that, but that didn't happen. And sometimes the story was confusing. They like, especially with the brother and sister. It's like, okay, like first off, where did they get their Geass, and also why is their brother like this, and why do they have a connection, and why did they both die at the same time? And then everything with like Lelouch. Why is Lelouch stuck in the other world, and like what's up with his parents showing back up? Like a lot of loose end stuff. It's like if you had a season 3, would have been better probably. Yeah, I feel like they skipped over a lot.
I agree with you. I think maybe if they weren't gonna have a season 3, they should just took some things out of this movie. It's like, I don't know, maybe just remove his brother or something. It's like, why are you adding this character that's handicapped plus can't see? It's like can't see. It's like, why can't you just make him a normal soldier?
Oh goodness, Nina came back for a small scene. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, also, what's really stupid is literally, like, I think your complaint kind of with the series was like, Nunnally was kind of just like a damsel in distress. She was 100% a damsel in distress in this movie, and that was it. Like, she was just only an objective in this movie. That's it. There was no real value to her. She was just stuck in some canister thing, and it's just like, really? Like, and I like Nunnally, but I know you don't, but, like, I would like to do more with her character. Another scene is like, how come? Okay, if the recap movies go the same way as I think they do, right? With the ending with Suzaku taking the role of Zero, right? Wouldn't Nunnally seeing Suzaku again be like, holy shit, Suzaku, you're alive? I thought you died. Like, we didn't get a scene like that. I was waiting for a scene like that where it's like, yeah, I'm still alive. I was Zero the whole time. Yeah, like nothing.
They should have Lelouch die at the end too.
Oh crap! Did you see the after credit scene?
No, does he die?
No, in the after credit scene, it's him and C2, and they're around a bunch of dead bodies, and I have to look it up real quick because I forget what he said, but like it was something that I don't know. It was weird. It's a weird note to end on, I guess. I have to hold on. Loose resurrection plot. Yeah, okay. In a post-credit scene set in an undetermined future, Lelouch and C2 are shown standing over a mass grave in a forest, with Lelouch stating he would take away the Geass of those who wield it without resolve. This post-credits scene served as the setup for the movie's picture drama, where Lelouch and C2 confronted a pirate and C2 took away his Geass, which I don't remember that last part. But I don't. There is a Code Geass. There's a new Code Geass series coming out, which maybe that will play a role into that. I don't know, but we'll see.
What's that pirate?
Huh?
What pirate?
I don't know.
What pirate?
I didn't see it. I don't know what that last part's talking about. I didn't see a picture or anything. It just ended with Lelouch saying, "If you have the Geass and you use it without resolve, then fuck you," and that's about it. You know. So it was kind of a weird note to end on. I guess he's gonna be in the next Code Geass series, maybe. I don't know.
That's weird.
It's pretty weird. Anyway, I'll go through my notes real quick. I love the characters interacting with each other again. I like that. Oh, we got Jeremiah again. That was pretty cool. I like the part where the prisoners actually turned out to be guards. I thought that was a pretty cool twist. I was just like, oh, holy shit, that's pretty cool. It's kind of weird that, you know, the princess or the queen or whatever who has the Geass has like a reverse tramp stamp on her. Like, that's why does it go there? Like, does it like randomly determine, or it's just like it's just like that is a very unique place to put it. Yeah, finale ends weird. Yeah, Nunnally not responding to Suzaku returning. I mean, maybe the recap movies explained where like Suzaku just tells Nunnally like, "Oh, hey, it's me, Suzaku." I don't know. Maybe they did something differently. Yeah. I feel like, again, like I like Colin. You know what happened is like there was a lot of characters that we knew, like Colin, Suzaku, and stuff like that. And I feel like halfway through the movie, they just get pushed to the side. You know, did you feel that?
Yeah, they're kind of just like fighting the rest of them.
Yeah, and it's just like C2 and Lelouch. I'm like, well, I like them, but it's just like, I mean, I really Colin's one of my favorite characters in this series, and you don't do a lot with her. Like, and then at the end, that weird scene at first where like Lelouch is like, "Oh, how about L2?" And I'm just like, "Oh, like this." But I held up a PlayStation controller. And apparently it's a marriage proposal from what I read. So I'm just like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of weird." All right, so I guess they got married at the end. So it sort of ends like the like, "Oh, who's Lelouch gonna end up with? Colin, C2?" Or for those weird motherfuckers, Nunnally, I don't know. And it just turned out to be C2.
Marriage?
Yeah, it was a marriage proposal, apparently, at the end. So I'm just like, that's why she cried. I'm just like, okay. That was very weird. That was not clear. I had to read that. Like, that was not clear at all. Also, yeah. Colin and Lelouch should be together, but whatever. Anyway, so one weird thing that the recap movies did that doesn't make any sense, especially if it was a setup for this movie, is that they brought Shirley back. Did you notice that? Shirley's back. She's only in there for 2 scenes. Actually, no, she's mentioned at the beginning, and then there's a still frame of her at the end getting a call, I'm assuming from Lelouch, I guess. And here's a thing that I read about that to see why. See, in the recap film trilogy, her fate is avoided by having her not go into a depressed state following the death of her father, with Detard, which was that TV guy, being the one to shoot Valletta instead of her. As a result, she never has her memories altered by Lelouch, and ultimately does not have the experience of regaining her memories. This leads her to survive past the Zero Requiem. Which I'm just like, her death was really important in the anime series, right? Like, it was hard, it made me cry, like, you take that away, just I mean, maybe that's how it is in the manga, but if it is, then the anime did it better, because like I felt her death she doesn't do anything in this movie.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's just weird that they brought her back, but it's whatever. Hold on a second, I'm gonna bitch. All right, anyway. Yeah, I just felt it was very weird that they just brought her back for her not to do anything in this series. I mean, maybe she did some stuff in the recap film trilogy, I don't know, but like her story arc in that show was really good, honestly. Like, I forget what you actually thought about her in the Code Geass series. Did you like her or not?
Shirley?
Yeah.
Yeah, at first I wanted her and Lelouch to end up together.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Shirley. Yeah, Shirley, Nunnally, Lelouch, Colin. Or Colin, C2.
Yeah. Yeah, Nunnally wanted to marry her too.
Yeah, and that was kind of weird. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Anyway,
Two.
yeah, don't I. My theory is that Lelouch's gonna show up in the sequel series. That's about. I mean, I had to because like that is a weird place to end it. So I mean, they have to do something with it. Otherwise, that'd be stupid. I mean, I probably would have preferred him just to be like, he kind of like implies somewhat in this that he's like a ghost, and I thought, oh, okay, so he'll die at the end again. And it's like, okay, I kind of felt like that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, like a good ending. Like, okay, he's down for good. Like it's done. But apparently not. Replay value. I would watch this again. In fact, because I love Code Geass. Like this movie. I mean, I'm not admitting it doesn't have problems, but like I would even get this on Blu-ray. I love Code Geass, and I like this. I like this movie. What about you?
I wish it was like an hour and a half. Then it'd be like high replay value, but it's just like it's a kind of a long thing to get into. But so I'd say low.
Yeah. Rating and final thoughts. I'll go first. I gave it a B plus. I think I gave the series an A minus. I give this B plus just because like I'll say it again. Like I love Code Geass. Like I'm tempted to put it in my top 5 and replace it with like Fate Apocrypha and put it down at 6 maybe. Just because like of how I will vehemently defend the show to the end of my days. Like I admit that it has problems. I admit a bunch of things about the show, but like I love it for some reason. I love the characters in the series. Seeing them all back again, even though they got pushed aside halfway through, I love that. Like we got to see Tamaki again and other guy, and we got to see like just seeing these characters again. I really liked. But yeah, it's kind of, and it has to be like these characters. I feel like I'm gonna have an open mind with like the Code Geass like sequel series, but like there's another series called Code Geass Akito the Exile, which is like only 3 episodes, although they're all an hour long. But like I like that series, but it's like it's not the same characters, so like I don't defend that as much as I do this series. But yeah, I love Code Geass. I'm tempted to give this movie an A minus, but I'm like nope, B plus. I think B plus is a fair rating for this. And yeah, Garrett, would you rate this movie?
I give it a B minus. I just think
Son of a bitch.
I don't like the Code Geass as much as you do. So, but
Hater.
so you probably enjoy some of the moments. I'm like, oh gosh, like the resurrection took forever, and just the parts where they were in the other world. I'm like, oh, I wish this wasn't in here. I don't really care about this part.
Those aren't my favorite parts.
Doesn't make any sense. I just like give me more of Lelouch. I did like the hand-to-hand combat, the hand fighting. I like that. I think it was pretty cool. But the mech fights were not the greatest. They didn't do anything cool like they were in the series. It was kind of
like we didn't get to see like Colin and we didn't get to see like Colin and Lucius or Colin and like Suzaku's mechs until like the end, where it's like, oh, I remember those. It's just like, come on, you should just show them from the beginning. Stop being bitches.
But then they just do that thing. It's like, wow, we're these overpowered mech and we just shoot across the sky and it kills 100,000 people. It's like
that was fucking awesome in the series, though. Remember when the Flea fired?
It was the first. Like, it was good the first few times, but now it's just like, up. You don't have to do this every time. But so that's why I give it a C minus, because it has a couple problems. But overall, I think the good parts were the cool Geass, good villain, and it's good to see Lelouch back.
Yeah. And again, I feel like in the last video we didn't talk about her enough, but Colin was. Even in this movie, like she, like at the beginning, like with the way she was with Lelouch and stuff, like I really like her character. She's really awesome. And we didn't talk enough about C2 either. Like, do you like C2 as a character, or you just like kind of?
She's kind of forgettable. She's kind of funny sometimes, but I just like. She doesn't have a personality. She just talks like no.
That's the point. Well, if you actually look at manga chapter 56 now.
Yeah, but I like Colin a lot, though. She's probably one of my favorite characters in the series.
Anyway, yeah, those are our thoughts on Code Geass: Lelouch the Resurrection. I'm so glad we finally watched this, and finally have a way to like, because I know on Amazon Prime the Black Butler movies are on there, so we can be able to watch them on there whenever we do them. But yeah, this has been our thoughts on Code Geass: Lelouch of the Surrection. That's so funny. I don't know why they have it titled that way. I had to title that as the video, which is so stupid, but yeah, because that's the official title. I don't know why it is. Anyway, Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We're 10 subscribers away from 200, although by the time you listen to this, we'll probably hit 200. Thank you, We Were Soldiers. Thank you. Actually, you want to thank anyone for our 200 subscribers? Thank Mel Gibson, all right? I don't care what anyone says about him. I don't care what he said. All right, he's the reason that we're growing our channel. And I would love to, like, years down the line, just be like, yeah, I got YouTube famous. I got to shout out my boy Mel Gibson. Anyway, if you're listening to this, be sure to like, subscribe, share, review. That'd be really great. I'd love to see your review. I haven't checked to see if we have any reviews yet or not. But anyway, yeah, this has been a casual anime discussion. My name's Trent.
Oh, gee, man.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Hands on my feet.